Hey Kingsmen, welcome back. Today we have another battle, and of course, I have not seen Westfalen in a little bit, so I was just admiring. Uh-oh. Look how you just dropped the flag for a second. I was like, can they actually do that? No, I was just admiring Westfalen because, man, you don't see them very often, and they have some pretty nice looking uniforms. Look at this. Anyway, this is Eylau, the Battle of Eylau, which Westfalen actually starts right here. Westfall starts right here against the UK. Now we have a 9-point UK sitting really close. Not a lot of French presence on this battlefield today. We have 2 French players, and then we have a 10-point Italy, France, the Imperial Guard, France, and then Bavaria, and of course Westphal. And they're taking on a Prussia 9, UK 9. Where is it? Oh yeah, Piedmont, which actually is a lot of fun. That faction is a lot of fun. So, and then the other one would be another UK, I believe. A 10-point UK. Now look at the Imperial Guard. Guys, this is the first time I think I've seen this map, Eylau, where troops are actually going for different strategic points. This isn't a fight just around the city right here. And usually the fight always rages around the city. And it, not totally boring, but it gets a little boring because it's a repeat. But today, a lot different. And this one doesn't even have a Russia on it. And this is a Russian-French map. So Westphal has taken this building. They've taken this village. They have grenadiers in the buildings. Let's see who they have in here. They have their grenadier combat gen. And like I said, the UK are just chilling. They are maybe going to advance, I don't know, but they are just advancing with some infantry here. Very cool. The Havercake lads. They had such weird names for UK infantry. I don't know how. But it actually looks like they maybe are going to be advancing here. Now, Bavaria is pushing on this flank. They have all their infantry over here. Let's see what they brought here. Because Bavaria can bring like a Prussian-style army. Just masses of infantry. But it looks like they're just hanging out right here. And maybe getting face off against... well, there's no one in front of them. This 10-point Peninsular UK is kind of in this area. But I think Sardinia and UK are facing off over here. In Prussia, we have some Bavarian Jaegers getting charged by some Lancers from Piedmont to start this battle off here. Probably driving them back. This one really is anyone's game, as you can see. They both... I think that Piedmont's going to have it just barely, and they can extract themselves before the Dragoons show up. Maybe they're going to sacrifice themselves. You could have gotten them out of here. They're really slow. C7s versus C5s, but they are going to break because the Dragoons are just going to toast them to pieces. So the UK are definitely advancing for this village. I would wait for my ally before advancing, maybe. Just in case, you know, there's Bavaria coming up really close. But Bavaria is pushing up some more Jaegers and Chevaliers. Piedmont needs to defend their artillery. These are 12-pounders and a lot of them, which is why they're probably being so aggressive here, making sure that Bavaria is not going to get them. Let's get this clash here. Which actually I think Bavaria may win, but there's some follow-up cav for Piedmont. Oh no, they both broke. Mutual breaking. Okay. So, like I say, guys, the artillery position that the coalition could have on this side of the river could be huge. But they are not using their artillery really to do anything but maybe support a retreat if they have to. Their UK is pushing up here. They have some grasshoppers pushing up. I'd be very cautious here, taking on a defensive position like this. And the Imperial Guard, guys, is going way around the flank. That may change the whole course of this battle. Prussia 9 will be taking them on. So I'm very curious what's going to happen on that side. Prussia 9, I think, could take on the Imperial Guard. If played right, they can definitely do it. And Prussia 9 is nothing to be scoffed at. So they have some Hussars showing up on that side against the elites of Imperial Guard, we have horse artillery, some howitzers. Don't care for howitzers personally myself. I feel like they do no damage. And they probably do damage, but... But anyway, on a side note, I hope you guys are all doing well. Still gonna be pushing out videos, maybe slower at some points. Pushing out the videos until I get my new computer, which means I will move it to a different room. Because I do record in my 5-month-old daughter's room. So I can't record every day before work if she's still sleeping. But with the new computer, I'll be able to do that. So thank you guys so much for being patient, supporting my channel, even though I may not be able to pump out videos as fast as I would like on a daily basis. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great Easter tomorrow, for those of you who celebrate Easter. So these 6-pounders from Westfall are sitting in an excellent position, just blasting away at the UK. And UK do not want to get hit by artillery, guys. They have such small unit sizes that you see they've already lost a couple men to the artillery. And those 6-pounders are going to be firing rapidly. They should honestly be taking out these Dragoon Guard. That is a juicy target right there. So we're starting to see Prussia now over here. Lancers going against some Landwehr Lanen. They have Dragoons here as well. So the thing to remember about the Imperial Guard is they are small, but I think they are not a standalone faction. They're just small. I think with Cav support playing defensively, Prussia could take out the Imperial Guard. Now, you may ask, is it worth it to push on the Imperial Guard, or should you shift over and focus on the town? Because you can see that everything is lining up for a battle here. The UK are just massing in the center here. I think the 9-point and 10-point and Sardinia all are pushing in the center here. Now, we do have Bavaria pushing up, maybe trying to go for these 12-pounders. If they can break these 12-pounders, then I would say this is a victory for them. Because these 12-pounders are going to start driving back. They probably are in range of Westfall. Yeah, no, Bavaria is going to fall back now. Bavaria, though, has a very, I like how they're playing this. They are, well, I like and don't like it. If you look here, we have basically France stretched, and the French line stretched all the way along this line. And it looks like the coalition is focused in just one area, and that is this area. Kind of looking like a spearhead of sorts. You got Sardinia moving over on this side. You got UK pushing up here, and you got Prussia probably pushing along here. If this works for the coalition, it'll be huge. But the artillery that is getting shot to pieces by Westfall's position, and now some 4-pounders for France. You have so much artillery set up here. This is going to be huge. I love doing this. If you talk to your ally, you can hey, just mass all of our artillery in one position, especially if it's in a central location, and just fire at any place. Now, we do have Bavaria pushing on the flank. The coalition needs to face this because Bavaria has a lot of troops here. Like a ton of troops. And if they're not careful, it will be their flank will get turned. All this cav honestly could be pushing back. They don't need to hold so close. They don't want to lose their cav and then have their cannon defenseless. This attack is looking a little concerning. It's not really decisive. I think they should not push in the town. That was what I would do. It's just too much attacking from all sides. You have the artillery sitting on a strong position. Your infantry are just going to get shot to pieces here. Uh-oh. So Arthur Wellesley was sitting all by himself. This is why you always leave your gen with your army and not sitting by themselves, because they're going to lose Arthur Wellesley. This is going to be a very sad, because the general is not going to last. No way. Okay, it's like Bavaria looks like they are. Okay, maybe the gen will survive. He's charging directly into Somehow, Wellesley is surviving this. How did he survive that? I would be so upset if I was Bavaria. You charge a gen, although I've seen Napoleon rout one of my cav units when I charge them, so, you know, to be fair, it happens, I guess. While they're distracted, maybe Bavaria is going to go in while, maybe Sardinia and all the rest of them are, you know, distracted here, but they're actually going to just fall back the artillery, and Bavaria is going to run back as well. Maybe they're going to start fighting. I think they're starting to fight for this house here. Oh, we did have some cav that charged in, took out some Westphal troops, and now they're going to extract themselves here. Prussia is pushing and definitely making sure that the Imperial Guard is not going to rejoin their allies very easily. Like I said,
our men are running, sir.
Actually, Westphal did lose some troops here in these in this town, so they're holding the choke points, guys. This could be a easy defense for them if UK doesn't push very much. I don't know what the UK is doing right here, to be honest. But the troops are taking losses just standing here. Now, Bavaria is still pushing. I'm watching this flank very, very... Like, I don't know. Gosh, I can't talk. What is the word? Very closely. Wow. I couldn't say watching this flank very closely. I'm scrutinizing this flank is what I was trying to say, but that just didn't come out right. So Bavaria is going to be pushing, and I don't think there's anyone to face off against them. I think that the UK are kind of stuck in the center. I hate town fights myself. I hate them. They're just, it's disorganized, disorderly. You can't do a whole lot except for just melee, and if you don't have Grens and that sort of thing, I feel like it is just tough. It is tough to attack a town. But they are all fighting for it anyway. We have a lot of cav. That is not going to... I think UK is just not multitasking on this left side, which is why... see, they lost their cav to the artillery. And they should fall back, because here comes Bavaria. In fact, I would push out... Okay, there's Bavaria's artillery as well over here. If France pushed at the same time, I think this would work really well. So Bavaria pushes, France pushes. Leave the town fight to do what it is doing, because, you know, it's fine. But just push out... Okay. Wow. Yeah, 6-pounders and some howitzers pounding the Imperial Guard. So Prussia is definitely committing, I think, to the Imperial Guard here. So it's a 3v3 over here and a 1v1 on that side. But if Bavaria pushes with France, guys, if France can push with them, because where's the rest of France? Okay, they're in the center here. And being a reserve. They could crush this left flank. I would love to see that move that just crushes it. Bavaria obviously is pushing up here. Be aggressive. Your artillery, their artillery is going to shoot you no matter what. So just be aggressive. Force them to shift over. And over here, there's no infantry to face off against you. I'd like to see some cav support with this army, though. You can't send infantry without cav, and you can't send cav without infantry very well. There's just not a good a good way that will go. And now we do have Bavaria maybe starting to push up, take out these 12-pounders. I think probably Sardinia notices it, though. But maybe they're going to see if they'll friendly charge their units here. Now they're just going to... Hey, because they friendly charge their own units, so hey, you know, if it makes them do it, you know, you can force the enemy cav to just be destroyed by their own cav. You don't even have to kill them yourself. And I guarantee you that the coalition is going to lose a lot more friendly troops to their own charge because they sandwich their men in between their own men. They're probably going to lose a lot more than they would like to have lost. This is something you always have to be careful about. You gotta watch those friendly charges. It can be disastrous. Now we do have the UK maybe forming up in some regular lines here. Got the foot guards, the toe rows. Wow, that look very professional. You got the Brunswick Jaegers, the Owls Then we taking on some more Westfall. I would say UK should swing around here. This is a very weak point. But at this point, Bavaria is kind of going on their own, so this could go very terribly if they don't have support from the Allies or from Cav here. But I think France is going to start pushing up some of their chasseurs. Hopefully. Like I said, if you leave your ally by themselves. And the artillery, I do believe, broke. They were like, I'm not staying here and getting charged by my own troops. I'm out. I think the UK are going to limber up their 9-pounders and move them here. Now, the UK are forming up to meet Bavaria. Now, Bavaria has a lot more infantry than the UK, although now Piedmont is going to shift over to fight. This is the time when, if you want to push... Actually, no, you need to be defensive here, because here comes Prussia. Prussia is ignoring the Imperial Guard and going straight in on the flank of Westphal. This is good. This is very good for the coalition. This is bad for the French. The French alliance, they do have a decisive push right over here. But Piedmont, thankfully, was shifting over in time to be able to assist on that side. And this battle is definitely going very slow to the start. In fact, Bavaria looks like they're going to fall back now. So with Prussia 9 pushing on this side now, since Prussia 9 is pushing over here, maybe they can push on the flank. Now, this is the only thing I see really working out for Westphal. They have their cuirassiers, they have chevaliers, they have tons of really good cav, and that's like the kryptonite for Prussia. The cav just breaks, and their morale is terrible. So if you just hit one of them, that's all it takes. So hopefully Prussia's going to use their... well, they have a lot of Landwehr. I'm noticing a lot of Landwehr, Ulanen, and that sort of thing. It looks like maybe the UK are now pushing up here, trying to engage in the town, possibly. They are going to start taking heavy losses, I suspect, just because they're being outgunned from the buildings, from the street. You see, they're starting to be concerned. We do have Bavarian Cav clashing with the UK Dragoons. And that's going to cause them to break, and now Bavaria is Cavless. And they're actually falling back because of Sardinia and the UK facing off against them. They're going to fall back. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win this. I really don't. I don't know. I think it all depends on what Prussia and Westphal do. Because right now, Westphal is going to be taking on so much. They're taking on 2 factions here, or about to be. So, we do have more Prussian infantry moving up here. There's nothing that can square on this side. And that could be a problem for Prussia. All their squareable units are in the center and on the left. So, Bavaria pushed out, now falling back. They did take out some 12-pounders, so that is something. Wait, did they come back? They did. The 12-pounders came back, and now they are starting to shell the retreating Bavarian troops here. This is pretty realistic to the Battle of Eylau. It may not be the right factions, but the artillery from this side, the Russian side, was just miserable and oppressive and just destructive. And I'm saying that because I played NE as France and just got shelled into oblivion. The UK look like they are starting to have some problems here. You can't sit here with smaller units like this and expect to honestly win. Going 1v1 against some Westphal heavy lines or heavy masses of troops is not going to work. They've got you, and they're more in a column versus a line, so your morale is going to break. So the town assault is looking not as great. Sardinia was pushing across, forcing Bavaria to fall back. Now we do have French Imperial Guard Cav moving over to this side. The Imperial Guard would have been amazing to have in the center defending the town. Oh, we got French cav
Sir.
pushing up. Chasseur
Sir,
Cheval
our general is under attack.
attacking the howitzers. Honestly, they could go for the grasshoppers. Yeah, they are. So now the UK are in trouble. They're going to form a square, possibly. Yeah, they are. But the artillery is toast. Now, they are going to charge this cav and break the French cav. But the UK took some losses there, to be sure. And now this battle is just still stagnant. Now, look at this massive break here. Sorry, guys. Allergies. Springtime. So now the UK are going to be falling back, and Westphal is actually falling back because Prussia is pushing, and Prussia has brought some cav. My goodness. They are bringing Landwehr, Lieutenant. They have some cuirassiers. The Imperial Guard cav would be really good over here, in my opinion. But now they're going to push on this flank, and maybe the UK is not. UK is falling back now. So I'm not sure what the plan is, but my goodness. 37 minutes into this battle, and it's not really been a whole lot of fighting, guys. This position is going to be doing some really crazy work here. There's just so much artillery here. Look at all the arty. And they're in such an excellent position. Look at all these guns. So many guns. Just so many. Let me see if I can get a cool shot of this. Not really. But anyway. The artillery is reigning pretty supreme right now. And you can see they are, these poor Gordon's Highland foot. I mean, if you're not fighting, just fall back, you know? Like, don't keep setting yourself up to get shelled into pieces. They do have some more 6-pounder horse artillery setting up. Neither side really wants to back down. Now, Prussia is in a regular fight now. What do they got the... Okay, so they do have cav massing up on this flank. Prussia is not double stacking their units, though. Which is always something I advise. You can keep them in the fight a lot, especially since this is Landwehr, guys. I guarantee you, as soon as they start fighting against Westphal, they're going to start breaking instantly. If they don't have, like, grab these two and just stick them behind. You will hold forever. The morale boost from the double lines. These guys are Landwehr. They're like a morale of 1 or 2. But there's so many of them that if you can keep them in the fight, like, you know, for 5 minutes, their volleys are going to just obliterate Westphal troops. The tree line is going to be helping out Westphal's infantry here. Ah, it's just so beautiful. I love, that's why I love Prussia. The line battles, it's just, that's what Prussia is. It's all about the line battles. Now, we do have some Landwehr that are going on the flank here, taking on some Westphal troops here. And maybe gonna break them here, as that was a flank, and Westphal is looking like it's a little bit of a concern here. We do have the Imperial Guard circling around on this flank. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that fight as well. But Westphal is having some morale problems here, as their infantry are just getting stabbed and poked with long sticks.
We have taken a building, sir.
They're poking with long sticks, guys. The Lancers are just destroying them, but they are, of course, shaking themselves. But that is going to cause them to break, and that was a large unit, and they are going to keep going for more infantry here. But they're going to break. And now this fight's going to range along this whole place. The Imperial Guard are not... What are the Imperial Guard doing? Are they maybe holding for the LOC, possibly? Because this is boring. If I was Imperial Guard, I would not be happy. You're just sitting and waiting and waiting. And there's probably nothing holding you back except for some artillery. I think the Imperial Guard could be actually doing something here. They should be moving out. They should be trying to fight. They could circle down this road Just march down this road and come in behind the Prussians. It'd be perfect. It wouldn't be the Prussians in the wood, it'd be the Imperial Guard in the woods. How awesome would that be? So once again, the UK are just kind of letting their troops get shot. I think they found a little... No, it's not. It's not. I was like, say, there's maybe a hill they can hide behind. There's nothing there, guys. I think the UK is going to die out in this field, unfortunately. It is a good day to die, I guess. So now maybe Piedmont or Sardinia and the UK are going to advance against Bavaria. I would love to see that. This fight has just been a lot of just sitting around and losing troops to artillery, which is why I don't care for this map as much. It's very artillery strong. But we do still have the units shooting at each other. Landwehr taking on Westphal. At least there's something happening, you know. Now, the good thing for Westphal is this is ice, guys. And if they try charging across, it's going to slow down the troops. I'm expecting that these guys taking some losses, and they probably are going to break first. Maybe the UK are going to go for a cav charge against the artillery. I feel like they have to at this point. This is just too much artillery. This is what? 6, 9, 12. 12 guns, guys. 12 guns, and they have the UK right where they want them. They're probably shooting right down this line here. This is where you want to shoot. Yeah, see? You will take out so many units here. You're going to start breaking them before they even engage the enemy. And UK need to not sit. They need to move. The artillery advantage is not theirs. They're just sitting ducks. Look at this. These guys hiding in a building. All the Prussian infantry has to do is bayonet charge the square and they'll break them. This is Grenadiers, but they're being supported now. I would set this guy back here. You don't want to lose him. Here we go. Here is a cav charge that France Hussars are probably going to just deal with. They have some infantry sitting behind the fence. The French have such a strong position. Why attack them here, you know? And now it's a counter charge going against some skirms. Oh, here we go. France, the Imperial Guard, gonna just clean up this field, guys. They outmaneuvered the UK, and UK are gonna start breaking here. They lost their 9-pounders. They're gonna lose their gen. Oh boy, this is just chaos now. France hitting them from two sides. The UK are not going to be able to save themselves here. Although they're getting some friendly artillery fire here. You don't want to kill your Imperial Guard Lancers. Come on. These guys are really helpful. Arthur Wellesley sitting right here, challenging you to a fight. Take him on. Don't let him. You let him talk to you like that. Sardinia is massing up against the Bavarians and is pushing. Hopefully the UK will push too. They can win that fight. Over here we do have Bavaria. Oh, we do have some cav. Maybe finally committing here, as Westphal did try attacking a square of guard fusiliers for Prussia. That is not a fight you're to win, but Prussia is utilizing that and charging the cuirassiers of Westphal. That is a well-placed attack, and now Westphal is probably going to commit even more cav to it. Here come the masses of Prussia. You need to be very careful. It is a square, and you don't want to attack necessarily at this point in time here. But this is good. The French are pushing up their infantry. They can bayonet charge a square, and they're also pushing up more cav. In the center over here, you can see that this guard is just destroying the UK back lines. They're just ruining any communication they have, any artillery they have. Over here, both sides have disengaged a little bit. And Prussia is now fighting some chasseurs with their lines. Both sides kind of disengaging. Man, this is so odd to be halfway through the fight and the majority of the armies are here. Still. The majority of the armies are here still, and that is very odd. The UK did form a bunch of squares to stop. Oh, here we go. We got artillery gonna get charged. They are gonna definitely make it to the cav or the artillery first, but I don't know if they're gonna make it necessarily. Bavaria was able to stop them, but now Piedmont and Bavaria are going to be fighting. The artillery is going to basically make it as if there's a whole line of troops right here. We do have more cav maybe pushing up here. Bavaria is looking kind of like they're having trouble here, as now the UK are joining in on this fight. France man to shift for more troops to kind of help this out. They have the artillery probably shifting a fire over to this side. This is a very excellent target, all these troops. Now we do have Sardinia getting charged by the Chasseurs Cheval and the Dragoons, and they're breaking the back line, so Sardinia is in trouble here. We do have Bavaria charging cuirassiers against the Piedmont infantry over here. We have Prussia still pushing up, guys. This battle is seeming to be down to gonna be down to the timer. I wouldn't be surprised, just with how long it's taken for the fight to actually start here. Now, the UK are trying their best to deal with the Imperial Guard, but guys, the Imperial Guard cav is just supreme here. The Grenadier Cheval, always have to take the Grenadier Cheval. If you don't, then you're not playing the Imperial Guard correctly. And the coalition has run out of cav, guys, so they are about to be hit by an anvil. The Imperial Anvil is about to come down on Piedmont. That's what I am predicting. Sardinia is, or Bavaria is falling back as their infantry are not able to probably hold well against the masses of Sardinia. UK look like they maybe are gonna attack an artillery placement. So that's gonna go terribly is my prediction. We do have infantry pushing out here, attacking the 6-pounder horse artillery. Gonna do some real damage to them. Now over here, Prussia is kind of disengaged, still trying to swing around the flank. UK trying to hold the center. They're gonna have such heavy losses to this artillery. But now the UK are pushing up here. They have taken so many losses, guys. They're not going to survive a standing line battle against these 6 units of Bavarian and French infantry. It's not going to matter. They have a bunch of infantry in the back they could push up here. This is the 9-point and then 10-point. So this is 10-point Peninsula are going in for the artillery placement. And actually, what's working in their favor right now is that this wall and hill is kind of blocking a lot of their artillery from actually hitting. You see, they're actually hitting the ground, so they may have to re-fall back. The UK are starting to crumble against France and Bavaria on this side. Like I said, they're probably just getting hit by artillery. It is all for naught. We do have some cav charging up some dragoons. The Immortals need to form a square here. Yep. Oh my. Oh wow.
Glorious victories, huh?
We do now have some French sappers gonna charge in and try to deal with these foot guards, the tow rows. Westphal is trying to flank Prussia. Prussia still sitting back at this point. I guess it's a do or die in the center, guys. Oh my goodness, UK are going in for the gun placement. And the artillery is getting charged, so UK actually made it. UK actually made it to the guns. What a fight of attrition for these guns here. More infantry going in for the guns. These guys may die, but it won't be in vain. The guns aren't firing anymore. And now it's a mosh of fighting Bavaria and Westphal trying to push back the UK in the center. This fight has just started out of nowhere. Now we do have, it looks like, some Cav, some Cuirassiers going against Sardinia. Looks like they charge the center. And yeah, Sardinia is not looking as good now. They don't have a good Cav defense. UK are going all in, guys. They are trying to commit to this fight. We now have some Dragoons charging the UK on this side. It's going to break the UK. So basically the center is broken. And it's just going to be... come on. The Imperial Guard could totally push out. I don't know why they're not. They could push down. So they could have been on the flank of Prussia by now. Prussia's still sitting back, guys. I'm not sure if they're waiting to see what's going to happen here. Sardinia is still making a push.
Now they must break.
I do believe that is a UK general. But France is just sitting in the back lines, guys. They could collapse on Sardinia so easily. But actually the UK are making a push because France had a shift over here. UK are actually making a push, and they have some reinforcements from the 10 point that are going to be pushing up here, using this hill maybe to force the artillery not to be able to fire. They did manage to defend the center here. There we go. Prussia Cav, or Westphal Cav taking on Prussian infantry here. Got some heavy Cuirassiers. Ooh. Getting a little fimming, maybe. You know. Just a little. I love this, the fimming in the morning. You know. Bright early morning. Actually, this is probably not even morning anymore.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, so Westphal is going to lose their Cav to the Prussian lines, as Prussia is still pushing, using their Cav to kind of defend their infantry. Westphal actually pushed over here now, and Prussia is kind of in a sticky situation. This is a hot water situation, guys. They are being pushed on all sides by Westphal. Westphal doing the town defense. Now the UK are getting pushed over here by France. They're trying to make a regular attack on this side. Piedmont's still trying to push on Bavaria, but France and Bavaria over here are going to be pushing. Taking on... oh, don't form a square. This is the worst thing that could happen. I think the UK are going to break here. That is my prediction. Yeah, I think Bavaria's dead, but I think the sacrifice was not in vain, as Russia is going to start losing in this. The Landwehr are not going to hold in a long line battle as they are having. Their morale is going to start breaking a little bit. Prussia over here needs to do something like push or shift over and help out here. They need to keep swinging, but the only problem is they probably don't have. They're planning to try to be defensive, as there's a lot of cav here. I think maybe the Imperial Guard are finally marching out as they realize there's nothing staying there. UK are trying to defend the flank. But it's probably not going to matter a whole lot. There is not a whole lot of time left. 20 minutes remaining. This fight for the UK is basically over. The losses that the UK suffered along this whole field of battle. I mean, it's just scattered everywhere, guys. There's not like one place you can look and not find like a dead UK soldier. I'm gonna look at the Westphal guns for sure. Oh, well. If that wouldn't be the icing on the cake, you have Dragoons running around just butchering your men. That's sad. That's probably why it's a little more scattered here. And they're making sure they don't come back. Bavaria now charging the flank. This is going to cause a mass breakage for the UK, and this battle definitely, I'd say, is going to be won by the French alliance here. As the center has now been saved, and oh, we have UK. Arthur Wellesley decided he was going to go in.
We've killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
He wanted one last fight. We do have Prussian cav over here, maybe going for, I don't know what. Prussia's one of the last, Piedmont and Russia or Prussia are the last remaining factions here. We do have some reserve musketeers and Sardinian infantry, some grenadiers here. They're going to be facing grenadiers for, oh, well done. They made them form square, and then they just charged in. You can see it's going to break this combat gen so fast. And they're going to lose their combat gen.
Our
And
men are running, sir.
Westphal is starting to have some problems here. But France is on the way over with their Grenadier Cheval and like such. UK is gone, so now it's Sardinia who is going to get sandwiched by Bavaria and France. Now it's just a line battle until the rest of the French get there. We do have some cav that's going to go in along with infantry, hopefully. If they form square, you can bayonet charge that square. But this is the only place where the fight is. I mean, Sardinia also is kind of going to get surrounded here. But this is where the fight is raging, in the town especially, right over here, guys. We have some grenadiers taking on some combat gens. Oh, they form square too. That's going to be terrible. They're going to lose as well. Prussia could try to go in for reinforcing them. But these Grens are... Oh, wow. The Grens maybe won't break them.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
They do have a gen nearby, so... Jerome Bonaparte. Yeah, they're going to break them. We have the Cuirassiers and Dragoons shifting over with a general, so they're going to try to maybe have a cav fight and take on the French cav. The Imperial Guard just needs to pop in behind the Prussians. I mean, Prussia's starting to break on this side. A little UK left, who are going to try taking on 3 Bavarians. Bavaria just kind of... Probably just waiting for the timer. Yeah. Well, occupying the main map until Sardinia starts fight again. But right now it's just fighting the town center. We do have some cav. Excuse me. Push up through the town, trying to maybe make headway here. Oh, this is not going to go well if they try to bayonet charge. Ooh, that is an execution. Oh, we do have on the flank, though. This is how you have to do it. You pick at the flank, pick at Prussia's flank, and they can't do anything about it. And we do have a lot of the Imperial Guard now going in, hopefully, because they clear out the street. They're going to push up here, and Prussia will start breaking. Here we go, the cav charge committing in, guys. Looks like the Cuirassiers and Dragoons pushed on the Chasseurs. And France is going to go in for the flank here. Here come the Imperial Guard. They're a little late to the party, but yeah, that's about what it's going to be for Prussia. Prussia's about to be game over. Now we do have infantry about to get volleyed as they're charging through the snow. And Prussia is just slowly starting to cave here. Sardinia is getting attacked from multiple angles. They looks like they went for a bayonet charge. Yeah. They're just going to get surrounded. UK are fighting there, but there's not a whole lot really to say, guys. I think this fight is going to be over now. Prussia is just going to, unfortunately, get surrounded. They just late game. You're by yourself. not a whole lot you can do. Imperial
Our
Guard coming
men
in
are
on your
running,
back.
sir.
They are pushing into the town, and there is only 14 minutes remaining in this replay. The Westfall is definitely going to be able to push back. Oh, this is the combat gen, but they're going to be able to push and just start mass breaking Prussia along the whole line. You can see the morale is starting to really tank really fast. The line's in shambles. And this is going to be them breaking in just a little bit. You have the UK and Sardinia. Sardinia is basically gone. They're getting charged by the Cav. And this fight is basically over. I'm just going to fast forward here as UK are going to push up to maybe help their ally here.
Sir, and must rest a while.
Prussia is gone. They do have some artillery that hopefully the Imperial Guard will deal with. 6-pounders and like such. So where it went wrong, where do you think this battle went wrong? I'd love to hear in the comments. This is what I think, and you can agree or disagree. I think the pushing right here, especially the artillery placement, that was a bad idea. I think if the UK had gone to the left or right, probably to the left, because then the artillery would have been obsolete. There's a town in the way. They had pushed over here all the artillery. And that's okay, guys. There's an hour that you have. If you see that they have an artillery placement setting up in one position, don't go straight at it. Always go around the flank. You set up your artillery just in case they counterattack, but then go on the flank. You don't have to attack them where they're strongest. You can go, particularly, you can go where they're weakest. Oh, there's some more Prussian infantry sitting over here. So they're gonna fight that. The UK are just gonna they're gonna fall apart again. The morale was terrible because their losses. They lost the gen. But that's where I think went wrong. I mean, Westphal had an excellent position. France was with them. Bavaria, wisely, I think if Bavaria had tried attacking and gotten and broken, then I think this battle would have changed. But Bavaria fell back wisely to their guns. And that's why you set up your guns in a position where you can fall back to and defend that position. Yeah, like I said, guys, you can tell me what you think went wrong, went right. It was an excellent defense, good game. I'm just going to probably skip to the end because I think it's just cleaning up troops here. The Imperial Guard are finally getting to fight. The Imperial Guard could have helped, I think. This game, you can sit back if you want to defend a position, but it's more boring. It's definitely more boring for you. And I don't like that myself. I like to attack, get some action. Win or lose, you know? You got to be more aggressive.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
But let's get to the end screen stats and see how it went. All right, guys. So this one was sent in by Private Walters. So thank you for that. You can see the kills are just, oh my goodness. This was a definite... Man, that's all they got? I would have sworn that Piedmont got a lot more. But like I said, guys, they walked across a whole field of just artillery. That is why artillery is king in long line battles. I mean, they barely took any losses. And, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that battle. If you're an Imperial player and you love seeing the Imperial win, then this is definitely the replay for you. If not, I am so sorry. But, you know, someone has to win, guys, and it can't always be the coalition. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.